Great. Okay, sorry I'm late. So a couple of breaking stories. Excuse me. One of which, let me share this with you. I believe I know this person. I'm not sure, but this woman whose son was killed by police, and this was within the last few years. She's been, she's a, distraught mother, and still trying to get justice. She was refused access to all kinds of evidence. She was never informed of the investigation as it proceeded, like none of that. I mean, typical we'll investigate ourselves approach to law enforcement. And so, there was video, it was all edited, and the police shot the boy, her son, to kill him. I mean, there's no question about it. And he was under the influence of something, apparently, but still, I mean, the idea that our police are so fucking incompetent that they can't handle a child who's, in a crisis is really sad and pathetic. But even more so is that, as this mother is trying to, cope with a system that has been weaponized against us, she, I will acknowledge, she apparently had ignored several perjury warrants out for her, okay? A perjury warrant is a failure to show for a court proceeding or something like that, okay? Not a violent crime. This is a 64-year-old woman that had actually just been in court for a proceeding related to her son's murder, and they didn't arrest her then. But last night, while she was on a live stream with this guy, they broke into her home and brutally arrested her during the live stream. This was at night. Like I said, this is a 64-year-old woman. And one of the things that was really disturbing about this was that I was reading the comments, and these fucking morons, I mean, total sheeple. She knew there was a warrant out for her. Oh, she should have known better. It's just like, okay. Andrew McCabe completely ignored multiple congressional subpoenas. Nobody kicked in his door. Jeffrey Epstein, a serial child sex predator who had the means and motive to continue his predation of children and had already victimized hundreds of them, okay? A convicted child sex predator who was required to report into the New York Police Department every 3 months or something for years and never appeared once. These are felonies each time. Never appeared once. Nobody kicked in Jeffrey Epstein's door. Nobody's been tripping over themselves to arrest Ghislaine Maxwell, or Mark Esper, or Mike Pompeo, or John Bolton, or the Uber predators among us. None of them are getting their doors kicked in. But this 64-year-old woman whose son was murdered by police in front of her is such a threat that these motherfuckers, these thugs in badges, they are pussies in uniform. They are the ultimate cowards. Kicked in her fucking door and arrested her. This is America. Freedom. Fucking go along with this shit. You have no rights. Zero. They're using these red flag laws to label anyone a threat. And once you're labeled a threat, you can be arrested. You can have them come in your home. It happens now. You can be arrested and never charged. You can be held indefinitely and never allowed access to an attorney or a phone. They used this against Max Blumenthal. They arrested him on a Friday night, a giant SWAT team, for fucking reporting the truth. This is what our police are doing, protecting us. And these morons cheer them on. None of the criminals who have been exposed by these journalists and whistleblowers are in jail. Not one. None of them have had their fucking doors kicked down at night. Look at Wolfgang Halbig. They just did the same thing to him. A 73-year-old guy. They fucking kick his door in 1 o'clock in the morning and haul him off to jail on bogus charges. This is the world we live in right now. Totalitarianism is not coming. It is fucking here.